Gemini, welcome to your weekly tarot reading for June 20th to the 26th. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. We're going to do a Celtic cross today. All right, Gemini, let's see. Where are you at right now? What is going on for Gemini? Ooh, we got the Eight of Pentacles here. So you are a master at something. You're working really hard. You're developing your skills. The only thing blocking you, we see the Emperor in reverse, is that you might not trust something around you. There could be an Aries around that you're feeling a little suspicious of. You might be feeling like you can't trust yourself to lead whatever it is that you're sort of working hard at. You could be your own block right now. It's almost like a creative block because you're not trusting yourself to be the master that you are. You're creating something here with a lot of hard work and a lot of skill, but it's almost like seeing that Emperor in reverse. I can't help but think that you could be sabotaging this a little bit. You might be too rigid, or you might be defensive or trying to control things overly, maybe being a bit stubborn with how you do things, and not being overly flexible could be creating a block for you. Let's see what's top of mind for you. Top of mind is the Page of Pentacles with the Five of Wands in reverse. So there is a new beginning, but there is a clash of egos happening here as well. So that could be holding back some of your ability to work towards whatever it is your goals are right now. There could be some arguing. There could be people around that aren't serving you. It's just a lot of headache, a lot of noise. Five of Swords in reverse is at the base of the matter here. So you got two fives, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, both in reverse, which kind of makes me feel like there's no way to win with these folks. Whoever these folks are that are around you as you're trying to sort of bring something into creation with those pentacles, you can't talk to them and you can't reason with them because they're approaching this from ego, and no one wins with the Five of Swords. It's almost a moment of defeat for everyone involved. So this is interesting. It's almost like there's this sort of conflict that sits around you, and you're starting to realize that there's no winner possible here. The lesson may just be to move away from these energies, and that you're not always going to be able to solve the problem. Sometimes the solution is to just move away, is to go, right? Sometimes that's the solution. You might be working really hard, but I feel like you distrust something around you it's starting to create a block for you in what you're working on, and it's limiting how much you can get done. It's interesting. You may need to move away from this. What is the past energy here? Past energy is the Page of Wands in reverse. So that might have been a time again where you were feeling like you had to control how things happened and it wasn't going the way you planned. And it's sort of this idea that we make plans and God laughs, right? And throws in a bunch of curveballs. And that it sort of created some annoyance for you, almost like an angsty youth, kind of like saying, no, that's not what I wanted. And it's this inability to sort of be flexible. Yeah, there's this almost rigidity in the energy around this reading. Seven of Wands in the future. So yeah, you're not trusting the people around you. There's some things that might need to go. You might need to cut some cords. You might need to stop looking around you. Just focus on what you're doing and you don't have to control anything about the people around you. Just let them do what they're doing. You don't have to get involved because I feel like it's triggering you. And as I say that, the Queen of Cups in reverse, a very triggered energy, very emotionally triggered and unable to sort of feel free to be creative because you're so triggered emotionally by what's happening around you. That is taking up all your energy right now. And you're not even really trusting it. You see that it's not serving you, and yet you can't help but turn your neck to look at it. You must have an emotional attachment, or this is coming through a wounded aspect of you because, that Queen of Cups in reverse can be very distracted and triggered because of the emotional attachment. And you know, attachment can be the root of our suffering when it comes to things we can't control, which is sort of what I'm sensing in this reading for you, is that there are factors beyond your control, expressed here in the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords, and even in the past energy of the Page of Rods in reverse. And it's keeping you triggered and blocked. So it's almost like we need to resolve that this week. How can you move away from this energy so that you're feeling like you can get back to business here? You know what I mean? It's interesting. Let's see here. What is the outer manifestation? Oh, that's too many cards. Let's shuffle again. Gemini's outer. Gemini's, this is interesting. Look at that. Six of Cups coming up. So Six of Cups is an interesting one for you, Gemini, because this tells me that it is something from your past. And it's something that was initiated maybe as an inner child. This could be inner child stuff that needs healing, because you're still feeling dragged into energies that maybe have nothing to do with you. And, you know, that Page of Wands is also sort of inner child-like energy where you're not satisfied with what's happening around you. You might feel like it's up to you to control it or change it. And it's triggering you. So there is an emotional wound here that's coming to the surface. Your hope is to heal this. There's the Star card, but it's also your fear. Your fear is that this becomes healed, because then what? It's almost like you're overly identified with this energy now. And so if it heals, which is what you want on some level, there's also a part of you that's sort of resistant to the healing because you don't know who you are outside of this energy. You know, it might be that that's going to create this new beginning that we see in the Page of Pentacles. And you might know that on some level. And so it's almost like you're hoping for it, but you're also a little bit fearful of this new beginning because it's unknown. It's an unknown. It won't be like what you've experienced so far. Queen of Pentacles. This is worth going for. Self-reliant, confident, charismatic, and grounded in who she is, right? And it's not gendered, but I mean, this is a divine feminine energy of a Capricorn, actually, Queen of Pentacles. And so it's very confident manifestation, being able to sort of feel the grounded energy of belonging here now, and not sort of going to the past, not feeling emotionally triggered, but feeling like you're standing on solid ground. You're self-reliant. You can take care of yourself. You know what I mean? It's interesting. Moon is coming up on the bottom of the deck, Pisces energy, really making me feel like there's so much going on beneath the surface for you this week, Gemini, and a lot of it has nothing to do with you. Honestly, a lot of it is your inner child being triggered by other people around you, and you're just trying to do your thing. You're trying to mind your own business and get to work here, but you don't trust the energy around you, and you haven't for some time. The inner child has known that healing is necessary. Will you be open to that? Let's see what your final guidance is in this oracle deck. Close your reading. Very interesting, Gemini. Feels like it's time to cut cords here so that your inner child can heal in an environment that doesn't have so much conflict. Healing. So interesting. Be gentle with yourself. There's the image, by the way. Be gentle with yourself. Balance your lower chakras. Absolutely. The lower chakras, root, sacral, solar plex. I belong. I feel. I can. This is grounding. This is emotion. And this is confidence. You are worthy of love. Practice self-care. You are enough. It's so interesting that this is the card when I cut the deck, because it's very reflective of what's going on here in the tarot as well. It feels like an inner child wound is bubbling to the surface and needs your attention, needs you to feel grounded, really focus on your personal power, your creativity, your emotions, and your grounded security within. Very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Gemini. If this reading has resonated for you, please consider subscribing, commenting, liking, sharing. It's so nice to connect with you through these readings. And as always, I'm sending you so much love and light and wishing you a wonderful week. Take care, my friends.